Just keep sanding, just keep sanding. It's a little Finding Mimo. Hey, did you see the new Mimo t-shirts? They look just like this one, only they're white and it says Mimo on. I have one on order myself. I haven't gotten it yet because I just ordered it this morning, but here's what it looks like on a guy from Google Images. But if you'd like a Mimo shirt, they're available now at the Wood Shop, along with a whole bunch of other woodworking t-shirts. Hey, you know what the most common question was I got about this project? It really had nothing to do with the project. It was all about the button that's in my kitchen, the mysterious button next to where I had that. What does that mysterious button do? I don't know if I should tell you or if I should just keep it a mystery or not. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. It used to be a button that opened our garage door. When we first moved here, we had an old garage door. It was an old wood one and it would go like this. It was one of those kind. And it was all falling apart and stuff. But I don't know why. What would be the purpose of having a button inside the house to open the garage door? But we got the new one shortly after we moved here. And then there's the panel on the outside that I can put in my secret code to get into the garage. Also had questions about the milk paint. And this is only one coat of milk paint. You could do it in a lot of different ways. You can mix up milk paint thicker, thinner, however you like. I wanted it to be more of like a whitewash, a really thinned down version so that it acted more like a stain than anything. But you can put on several coats of this. It's often used for like that crackle effect in paint. Just Google milk paint, and I think there's like one main company that sells milk paint, but you can buy it at Amazon too. They probably get it from that same company. But it's fun to use. And the neat thing about milk paint is it sticks to just about anything. We had our cabinets in our master bathroom, we wanted to change them out because they were all just faded and just kind of icky. And they were oak cabinets with like a polyurethane finish over them. And I thought about taking them off, sanding them down, refinishing them. And then I thought, well, you know what I can do is you can just scuff it up and apply milk paint to it. And it's really cool because then the grain of the wood still shows through, and yet you have this really nice, I used that same milk paint, that reddish kind of barn red color, and a little bit goes a long way with that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been wanting to use that milk paint on a project for a long time, and I've run tons and tons of tests on so many different projects, and it just hasn't looked right. So finally I found a project that it seemed to mesh with. Have you pre-ordered your Blu-ray disc of Frozen yet? I have. Comes out on Tuesday. I obsess over these things and I just love Frozen. Oh, but if you want to see something really, really funny, check out Honest Trailer's version of Frozen. Oh my God, it is so funny. I'll put the link down below. I'll put all the links down below. And I obsess over music too. Lately I've been obsessed with Holding On for Life by Broken Bells. I just love that song so much, and it's just such an earworm, and it just, I keep singing it over and over and over, and the video is just really, really awesome. It sounds really cool. The two guys are in the band, and they do kind of a falsetto. It sounds a lot like the Bee Gees, and so it's kind of a throwback sound with a lot of modern electronic sound too, so I really like it. I just came back in from outside. I was filling up my pond outside, and it's, having a pond is easy to take care of. It doesn't require a lot of work, except once a year I like to kind of clean it out. There's a lot of debris, leaves and stuff that get down in there, and that's a lot of work once a year. And I like to repot all of the plants. I'll show you a little bit of what I did. First I cleared back some of the overgrowth in the back there. I just kind of, anymore, I just let whatever wants to grow back there. It's mainly weeds, but I don't mind them. The worst part of the blackberry vines that just seem to grow like crazy from our neighbor's yard, I like to pull those up because they'll actually grow into the pond. So I like to pull those up and then I just toss them back into the neighbor's yard. This over here is a bog that I drained the pond water into. The bog is just a deep area where I've got plastic down about 3 feet deep, and it just sort of stays wet all the time. Hey, remember my artichoke plant? It grows really, really good in the winter, but for some reason it just seems to die out in the summer. I've never gotten any artichokes off of it. Here's a quick shot of my curvy fence and gate that I made with some bender board. I like having a lack of straight lines in my yard. And when I planted this palm tree, it was about 5 feet tall. And here you can see the bog again and the pond, which is still draining. Everything you see here I built. I built these the stone steps, and that's a waterfall there on the right. And if you look closely, you can see my pallet wood wheelbarrow up on top. Here I'm cleaning out some debris. I have to check carefully that I don't scoop up any baby fish. And now I can fill it all back up. I've got a dedicated hose that I use for that. You can see here that the pond has a deep part and then it has a shallow ledge that the plants sit on. But it's pretty cool. I mean, those goldfish, we bought the goldfish when they were real tiny and now they're big years. They live forever. Goldfish just don't die. And I don't have to feed any of the fish in there. I never feed them. It's its own ecosystem in there with the algae growing. And if you have algae in a pond, that's a good sign that it's a healthy system. So I never have to feed the fish. They just grow, and there's lots of baby fish that show up in there. Woodworking in America just announced its dates. Well, maybe they already had the dates announced. It's September 12th through 14th, I think. Maybe they just announced the registration. You can register for it now. So I'd love to know if any of you are going there, because I'm gonna go, and I'd love to meet all of you. It'd be fun if we could get a whole bunch of us together and just, you know, go out to dinner someplace or something, just take over a whole restaurant. A whole bunch of Mimos. So it'd be cool to have kind of a meetup there with all of you. I'd like to meet as many of you as possible there. And I think that'd be a good thing. It's out in North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what that's all about. I hope you all enjoyed the Mir Mini this week. That's what I finally decided on. A lot of people suggested Mir Mini, and I think that's right, because I've got Mir Minutes and then Mir Mini. I'll have those periodically. I'm not sure if I'll do one a week or not. For right now, I've got a few of them all lined up. This week it's going to be on my finishing technique with lacquer. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend, and I hope it's nice and warm where you are. Boy, it is beautiful here. It feels like summer. We just skipped spring, went right to summer. So I will see you guys next week.